Hey YouTube, what's on and poppin'? So I have my mic here with me, and I'm gonna try not to make too much noise. I don't have the best. Ew, this sounds like excuses, but I really don't have the best place to put this. And if I put it on the floor, then nobody can hear me. I talk pretty soft. I'm just not the type to get loud or yell, and yeah, I don't be feeling like doing that. So there's that. So before we get into the video, I just have a few things that I want to say. So the first thing I want to say is that I have an Etsy business account, okay? Or I put that weird. I have an Etsy account where I sell my handmade jewelry. So some of the things I've made already, I made this. I know a lot of people don't have this piercing, so that might not be of interest to everyone. And then I made this really cute nose cuff, these earrings, and I made this necklace too, with a piece of, this is tangerine quartz. I've had this piece for a really long time, and so I just put it on a necklace. But yeah, this is some of the stuff you can expect to see on my Etsy account. I will have the link in the description box so you can go check it out. Of course, if nothing appeals to you, don't feel forced to buy. But if you like anything, please, of course, any support is accepted. And I'm thankful and grateful that anyone would even consider buying from me in the first place. Second thing I want to talk about is that I really have been struggling when it comes to ideas for YouTube. Like, I think about something and then I'm like, no, I can't do that. And so it's really just like me getting in my head about stuff. But for me, I want to appeal to a lot of people, but I don't think that will work. I don't think that will work. So I'm definitely going to try to find my niche here on YouTube. I have a lot of interest, and so I'm pretty sure I can find something that I can film and do it consistently on YouTube. But yeah, I'm going to try to continue pushing out videos every week, even if I get 4 viewers, because I get 4 viewers per video, less than that. But I just started. It would be pretty insane if I blew up right now. I would be shook. It would be insane. So I'm kind of glad that it's going slow. Oh, my eye is itching. Okay. I'm glad that it's kind of going slow, and I can really take my time to understand YouTube and understand what type of content I want to push out. And I could just take my time getting my YouTube channel together. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm looking at my notes right here. But yeah, that's my 2 messages. That's all I wanted to talk about. So now we're gonna actually get into the content for today's video. If you could not tell by the title, I'm about to be coming for The Sims neck, or at least try to. I really, really love The Sims. That's something I do a lot. It keeps me up at night playing it. I legitimately love The Sims. And so I wanted to talk about some of the things that I wish was in The Sims, or just some of the things that I wish we could get from The Sims, because I love y'all and I just want y'all to do better. But EA don't give a fuck about what we want. EA is yeah, we can't please everybody, so we're just not gonna please anyone at all. I don't know who asked for My Wedding Stories. That's the new Sims pack that came out. I don't know who asked for that. Who want that? We have been begging to fix the fucking babies in The Sims. We have been begging. Fix those fucking babies. First of all, my Sim, she recently just had a baby. She is a brown skin girl, and her man is dark chocolate. They are 2 melanated people. Why the hell did the baby come out white? It really like pissed me off. Like, I understand that when babies come out of the womb that they're a little pale, but as the days go on, if you're melanated, that melanin is going to start to show quickly. Okay, so it would just be like so much better if babies were more realistic. Like, they're literally objects. Like, all you can do is like coo at them, pick them up, rock them. But like, I don't know, I want to go on a fucking walk with my baby in a stroller. I want to have, I don't know, I want like other babies to come over and play with my baby, right? Wouldn't that be the fucking cutest thing ever? Now, I'm saying I want all of this, but it might not be that realistic when it comes to like programming and coding and all that stuff. Like, The Sims, it just might be really difficult to like code all of that stuff and put it in a game. So I completely understand. But it would just be fine. It would just be like 10 times better if we could just do more with babies. Like, at least go on a walk in a stroller. Even if it's like some sort of preloaded stroller and like everyone gets the same stroller. Anything. Anything. I would just really, really appreciate that. So I really wanted to talk about gameplay when it comes to Sims. Like, The Sims really lacks in that area. Like, they come out with all of these different packs, but like, the fucking packs be broken. Why are all the packs that you guys come out with fucking broken? It makes no sense. Like, how, as you know, the audience, the people who play the game, how are we supposed to enjoy it if it's constantly broken? All I heard, I don't buy every pack as soon as it come out, because first of all, who the fuck got money like that? And secondly, those fucking packs cost too much for them to not even fucking work. Like, I'm paying $19.99 for something that's not even physical. It's on my fucking laptop, and I'm paying $19.99, and the shit's not even physical. I can't even physically touch it. No, I'm gonna wait till that bitch go on sale. Or somebody else buying it for me, because no. But I forgot what I was saying before I started talking about that. But The Sims really lacks in gameplay area. With the recent game that just came out, the game pack, My Wedding Stories, I heard nothing but it being broken. Like, the fucking game doesn't work at all. I was watching this one girl on YouTube. Her name is Jessica Pie, and she like builds. I am a builder in The Sims, but I also like to play with my Sims. Like, I enjoy both aspects of the game. But I was watching her content, and she was basically like, in the video I was watching, she was basically building like an apartment, but it also worked as a bakery and a store where like your Sims can come and get coffee, they could get cakes for their wedding, and they could also buy like wedding stuff, and they could also buy wedding things and wedding dresses and things like that. But come to find out, she couldn't even build what she wanted to build because the fucking gallery is broken, and then on top of that, the goddamn game itself is broken. Like, I've heard nothing but bad things about the new pack that came out, and it's like, how do you release a pack and you know it has all these bugs? Like, what is genuinely going through the Sims team's brain? Like, what's up there? Air? Nothing? Because like, what's going on? Why do the Sims keep giving us and coming out with all of this content that we as players can't even really use or fully enjoy? Like, what is the purpose of that? Why push out, this is a really good question, but like, why push out content that's not even finished or ready? It's just like, sort of like a waste of time for everyone. The only thing Sims can do right is those fucking trailers, and like, good for them, because that is what is supposed to get people to buy the fucking game, and so they're doing a good job when it comes to that. But I want my gameplay to be just like the fucking commercial. Stop fucking with me. And you want to know what? Not everybody's Sims game is like the same across the board. Like, some people have bugs that others don't have. Why isn't the game consistent? What's going on, Sims? Like, what is going on? Why is this game so freaking crappy? And it's like, EA just doesn't care about making its buyers happy, and I just think that's kind of whack. Like, I don't know, if I was on EA Sims team, I would make sure that people were playing a fun, decent game. This game is barely touching the decent. Like, if there's like a measuring tube of like how good the game is, The Sims is barely touching decent. Barely touching decent. And that's like on a good day, right? Like, The Sims is so fucking inconsistent. So enough talking shit about them. I want to get right into what it is that I don't like, or not don't like, but what it is that I actually want to see in my gameplay. So I already talked about no more object babies. The second thing I'm gonna talk about is, so when it comes to family and playing with like your family members, I wish when you like click on your sim, if you could like see what sort of title that they have underneath their plumb bob, right? So if your sister's with someone, it would say sister. If your sim is like sister with someone, it would say sister. Or if this was their nephew, it would say nephew. Like, I just wish it was more clear on like which family member it is. And I just wish Sims put more emphasis on like family in general, because we barely have anything in the Sims, but at least we can like play with genetics and like we can build families, right? So it would be really interesting, or 10 times more fun, if they could really add more to the family aspect of the game and give us more when it comes to family. Like, my Sims really be acting like they don't know who their grandmother is. And it would just be way more interesting if the game had more when it comes to like family and things like that. Like, the game is just kind of like, it's just lacking in a lot. It's lacking a lot. The next thing I want to see in The Sims when it comes to gameplay is actually teaching your Sim children how to ride a bike. I learned how to ride a bike as a kid. Why aren't my Sim babies doing the same thing? You know, like, I want my Sims to lead a good life. I want them to have fun. So the least they could do is learn how to ride a fucking bike. They gotta wait until they're a teenager to get on a fucking bike. Come on. It would be so much fun if like a dad could teach his daughter how to ride a bike. Like, it would just be fun. It doesn't have to be necessarily that scenario. Like, anyone can teach anybody how to ride a bike, but it would just be fun to see that. And then like maybe we could get different moodlets for when they're like learning how to ride a bike. Like, maybe they fall off of it and like they get an embarrassed moodlet, or they get an angry moodlet because they're like, I'm trying to learn how to ride this fucking bike, but instead of being a pro at it, I fucking suck. Like, it would just be fun if that could happen in the game. I say all of this and I have plans to play the game later on tonight. Okay, nothing's gonna stop me. Next thing I want to talk about is that, okay, so we were just talking about kids and being able to ride the bike. Wouldn't it be very, very fun and very interesting if we had preteens in the game? I am so tired. Like, I have nothing against mods. I have nothing against CC. It's all in my game. Like, I play with both. I just don't want to use mods or CC to play all the time. Like, I just kind of wish that Maxis Match was good on its own, because when you're playing with all of those CC and mods, like, that's even more of a reason for your game to crash and like stop working, because you're like overloading the game. And like, on top of that, when you're playing on your laptop, there's only so much your laptop can take. So it's like, playing with mods and CC, it's fun and all, but like, it shouldn't have to be like that. Like, we as players of the game, we shouldn't have to join up together and create better content for the game. That's just embarrassing on the Sims behalf. Like, why are the people who play your game making better content than you ever will, and you pay people to make good content for a game? It makes no sense. Like, if anything, they should be paying us. They should be paying people who make CC. They should be paying people who make mods, because they're making the game 10 times better than they ever would. And these people have they probably have jobs. They probably go to school and doing it better than the EA team could ever. EA Sims team could ever. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all really need to get it together. It would be so interesting if we had preteens in the game, because like they could start to go through things like acne and hormonal issues like periods. Also, it'd be so much more fun if there was like height adjustments in The Sims too, because like I feel like all of this stuff adds into like more gameplay. Like I just think it'd be so much more fun. Height adjustments along with the weight and all of that, like it just makes your Sims more interesting, because all of my Sims kind of look the same. They're the same height, and they're either like really skinny or kind of mid or really thick. And so it's like, I think adding in height would make just for a little bit more difference between all of my Sims. And also being able to have preteens would make for more fun gameplay, because it brings more aspects to the game. It brings more life to the game, right? It's another stage of the Sim parent having to raise their kid before they become a young adult. There's so much content that can come from that inside the actual Sims game. Like there could be books, because you can get like parenting books in the Sims game to help boost the parenting skill. So it'd be interesting if like preteens, let's say there was a book for the preteens to read about growing up and aging and all the bodily changes, and like maybe they get disgusted from like something that they read inside the book, because like when I was a kid and I was learning about growing up and all the different things that were happening to my body, I would be kind of like, oh shit, that's gonna happen to me. Like I would be a little shook. So like it would just be interesting to see that in the actual game. Other thing I wanted to point out is that teens should look younger, and the height adjustment would really help with that, because my teen should not, I mean, I feel like some teens are just as tall as their parents or a little taller, but I just think it'd be more interesting because height can show like different age range and just all this other stuff. And so I think teens should look younger. I think there should be more clothing options for teens to appear younger, and more decoration items to show like the age of a Sim and like where they're at in life. Like there just isn't a lot of like preteen stuff, because that age range doesn't really exist in The Sims, which doesn't make sense, because your kid can't go from being a kid. They can't go from being 8 to 16. Like you just don't jump 8 years like that. You just don't do it. And so it'd be nice if The Sims was a little bit more realistic, because it is based off of real life. So why can't it have realistic themes through it? And for the most part, it does. I mean, we just got wedding stories, so your Sims are able to have better weddings and things like that. But the fucking game is broken, so you can't even really fully enjoy it. You can't even play out the game how you want, because the damn game doesn't work. And it's like, I want to add to this, because I feel like the more we like dog EA and comfort their necks, maybe they'll fucking decide to get it together and make the game better and fix some of the bugs. Like if you have Dine Out or whatever the fuck it's called, oh my god, I know you were annoyed, because I have it too. My Sims can't go to it. They can't. I built this fabulous ass restaurant. Fabulous. If it was real, we would all want to go there, sit there, have a good time, because it's fucking fabulous. It has a pool, it has a bar, it has a dance area. Like it's a fabulous ass restaurant. It even has outdoor eatery. You can eat outside. My Sims can't even fucking get a table because fucking Dine Out is broken. Dine Out is broken. I spent days building that restaurant, and my Sims I can't even carry out the gameplay, the stories that I had for this restaurant that I built. Like it's so annoying and saddening and depressing. Like the least you could do is fix the bugs. Like they updated Spa Day. Okay, now it's time to update Dine Out. That should have been the first of the first. I love Spa Day. I really do. I love that my Sims can do that type of stuff. But now it's time to fix Dine Out. Like what's going on? I really want to know. I really want them to stop giving us stuff and just fix the fucking game. Stop making kits. Stop making expansion packs. Stop doing it all. And you want to know what? The expansion packs barely expand the game. All you get is a fucking world, and like that's supposed to expand the game, but like it barely does that. This is more of a minor thing, but I wish toddlers had more clothes. Like I think a lot of the toddler clothing is really boring, And I still have a lot of like base game because I don't have a lot of packs. Like, I can't really remember every pack I have, but I don't have all the packs. And so I don't have all the clothes that, you know, toddlers will have. So I would really appreciate more toddler clothing. I just genuinely feel like my game is lacking. And so they really need to do a better job of listening to us as players. I have a few more things and then we can close the video out. So I think there should only be a loading screen if you're like leaving your neighborhood. I don't want to see a loading screen and I'm going to the house next door. Like, that's so annoying because like the loading screen takes forever, especially when you have CC and mods. Like, it's going to take forever. Why do I have to experience a loading screen when I'm in my neighborhood and I'm going to a neighbor's house? A loading screen makes sense when you're traveling out of the world or you're traveling to a different part of the world, but not in the neighborhood. Like, come on. I'm going to a neighbor's house. This is unrealistic. In real life, I would not see a fucking loading screen. I would get my ass up and walk over there. Like, your Sims have bikes. Your Sims have legs. They can do all this walking around in the neighborhood. But when it's time to go see one of their friends at their house who lives next door or in the same neighborhood as them, you got to go through a fucking loading screen. Another thing I wish the game had was more after school activities. Of course, I know we could create clubs and things like that, but like, you as the player, you have to schedule when those clubs are going to happen. Like, you have to like click on your sim and tell them to start the club, right? It would be so much fun if like they just went to an after school activity that I as a player didn't have to organize. You understand? Like, there's scouts and there's like drama club, and like your Sims can go there after school. It's like a little after school activity. They can go there and have fun or whatever, do after school activity shit. So it'd be more interesting, more fun if we had more after school activities. Some I wrote down like the photography club, or just like the newspaper club or something like that. Like, your Sim is really excited because they're going to be in the newspaper or whatever. We have drama club. What other ones did I write down? Art kids club, even daycare. Like, or if we had preschool for toddlers. Oh my god, if we had fucking preschool for toddlers. Like if your toddler reached like, I don't know, 8 months to a year, and like they decided, and like your parent could like start sending them to preschool. Your Sims parent could send them to preschool. That would be so much fun. I would really love that. Daycare and things like that would just make more sense if we had like preschool and things like that. I think adding preschool to the game would be so much fun. Toddlers can already go to daycare, but the only time they go to daycare is when nobody is around to take care of them. Which makes sense. That makes sense. But like, it would be fun if like it was easier to just send your toddler to daycare. Like, why isn't there an option in the phone? Why do I have to hire a nanny? Like, you're just supposed to leave and then like your toddler just goes to daycare. But what if you genuinely like don't need to leave? You just want like to go home and be by yourself for a little bit. Let your Sim parent be by themselves for a little bit. Why can't the toddler just go to daycare? Like, it's not easy to send your toddlers to daycare is what I'm trying to say. The next thing I want to talk about is adding more personality traits and more slots for personality traits. We get like 4 slots to choose like what personality trait your Sims have in cast, but I think it would be more interesting if we have more slots, and because that makes for more space to add to your Sims so they can have more of a bigger personality. And I think that there's like one personality trait called veganism, or like the vegetarian trait, but like I don't think that should be a trait. That should be a lifestyle. It's not a personality trait, it's a lifestyle. And I don't understand why that has to take up a space for Sims who do want to be vegan, or Sims that they don't choose, but like if you want your Sim to be vegan, why does it have to take up a personality slot? That just doesn't make sense. It should just be a lifestyle thing that we get to choose our Sims, you know, experience. Because at the end of the day, you as a player, you're making up the entire experience as you go. So it just makes more sense to treat veganism as a lifestyle rather than a personality trait. Some personality traits I wish we had in the game would be like a very brutally honest sim, or a very sensitive sim, or even like a very moody sim. I think we have gloomy, but like that just means they get sad every now and then. But like, oh, we have erratic, but like I don't think erratic is the same as moody. And the last thing I want to talk about is, so I have this sim in my game. His name is Taylor. I touched the mic by accident, my bad. His name is Taylor, and he is a music producer and like an artist and all this other stuff. But you wouldn't know that because it's not transparent in the Sims. Like you can't make that obvious in the Sims. Like Taylor, my sim, he has an entire record deal, but when you go to look at his job and his career, you don't even see that there. You don't even see that he has a record deal, or that he's a producer, or that he's an artist. Nothing. He just gets money from it every week. But like, why isn't it more clear that this is his job and this is what he does? Or like, if we could at least have like a freelance artist career, a freelance music producer career, or something like that. Like, the game genuinely is lacking in so many areas, and it sucks, but I still want to play because I love the game and I think it's so interesting. But I just wish that it was better, you know? I wish the game was so much more better. And some of the things that I listed today, like that's not even all. I unfortunately couldn't think of everything, but as weeks go on, as life goes on, I'm pretty sure I'll start to want more shit from the game. But this was all that I had today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that some of the stuff I said you could like agree with, and also let me know what the hell you want from the Sims too. Like in the comments, what are some other things that you wish were in the Sims, because she really lacking and it just don't make sense for the game to be lacking. I'm pretty sure EA got a lot of money to step up their game and make the game better. So yeah, let me know what you wish was in the Sims, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, you definitely can. It's in my description box. Please also don't forget to check out my Etsy account where I sell jewelry, and also check out some more videos that I have on here if you haven't already. I have like 4, maybe 3 other videos out besides this one. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Eat some good food, drink some water, be kind to yourself and others, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.